imagine.
Well, that is Ego by Major, and before that we had Mind Your Business by Darasa, and that is exactly what we are doing here. We are minding our business, and our business is to bring you nothing but entertainment on this Entertainment Thursday show on Good Morning Kenya. My name is Vivian Ndegwa, in case you just tuned in, or you can call me Miss V. Now let me tell you guys, our business is entertainment, right? And there's a musical that will be going down on at the Kenya National Theatre from tomorrow, which is the 9th, to the 11th on Sunday. And we are more than privileged to have the artistic director and one of the cast members right here with us for an interview. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing Cooper and Njagi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
We are glad to have you here. I'll give you the honors to just let people know what exactly you do, so we can start with you.
Well, I, in addition to directing this show, I'm generally the artistic director of Dance Center Kenya. It's a ballet and dance school here in Nairobi, and we are really excited to do our first full-length musical after doing 7 years of mostly ballet and contemporary dance. So it's a big step in a new direction for us, but we're really excited to have incredible actors joining us for the first time.
Yes. Njagi.
Yeah, Karimi Njagi. I am an actor. Well, I started out on the stage in 1998 at Phoenix Players.
Wow.
98? Yeah, 1998.
Okay.
I don't know where you were.
Please don't ask.
Yeah. Then, actually, I cut my teeth on musicals. I did, my first musical was Jack and the Beanstalk. I did Cinderella. Then I went into stage management, and from there into TV production. But you know, as an actor, this itch is always there. And so now I'm on screen. I act in Kina, and I acted in Crime and Justice. I'm also in Mpakani. But there's something about the stage, that the stage is my first love.
Yeah.
So I've been itching for years to get back on stage, and when the opportunity for Oliver came, I just jumped on it. Yes, and also considering that Oliver is based on one of my favorite childhood books, Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens.
Yeah. You mentioned Mpakani, and
Yes.
it's a show that aired right here on
KBC. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this something that you always saw yourself doing from a young age?
Well, I started acting when I was 10, and it was in a Christmas production called And Was a Child is Born, and I played the role of the little drummer boy. And yes, it was on VOK, well, which is now KBC.
Yeah.
And
which
from
is
that,
where we are.
yes, I'm back here.
Very circular. You've made it all the way around.
I've come back home, and there's just something like when you're in front of the camera, this adrenaline rush, and I was like, this is it. Somehow, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be on the stage or on screen.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Cooper, so maybe for someone who's watching and they have no idea what a musical is, could you like briefly describe what a musical is?
A musical is the telling of a story through both music and dance, and also speaking. So it really brings that triple threat where we have an actor like Karimi coming in. She has to sing, she has lines, and she has to move to tell the story of little Oliver Twist, who leaves an orphanage and a workhouse to find a family and to find love. And so musicals take very talented people, and we've got some of the best actors from all over Kenya dancing and singing and acting with our Dance Center Kenya students to bring this story to life.
Yeah. You mentioned that this is the first musical you're doing as a production company. As a company?
To date myself, the last time I was actually involved with the musical directly, I was in the play Annie in 1994.
Oh, wow.
When I was very small. And so, yeah, but since then I've spent my career, I was a professional ballet dancer, and then came here and started, really focusing on the Nutcracker and Cinderella. We've done Midsummer Night's Dreams, all these ballets, and this is our first big leap into musical theater. But it's been an incredible journey, and it's been really fun also to be able to lean on the Kenyan professional acting community for support. With ballet, it was a bit more new here, but with the theater, there's been incredible work going on We were talking about Phoenix Players and everything else. Work has been going on here for decades, generations, and there's a lot of really incredible talent to help us out for our first show.
So Karimi, what role are you playing in this musical, Oliver?
Oh, I'm playing Mrs. Sarbury, who's the undertaker's wife. And when Oliver runs away from the workhouse, he finds himself with the Sarburys working as a junior coffin follower. But somewhere along the way there's some altercation and he runs off to the streets again. Again, he's ostensibly looking for love, for a family. There's this little orphan who's growing up in an orphanage, and this is during the Victorian times when it was really, really hard. It was during the Industrial Revolution. So children were put to work to earn a living for their families. And the times were so tough that there were so many orphans. So they're working in the factories, they'd be beaten up and really mistreated. So that's basically the story of Oliver Twist.
All right. How difficult was it for you to get into that character? Or easy? How difficult or easy? Could have been easy for you, baby.
Okay, it's been a minute since I did stage, but still. Okay, and then I read this book when I was a child. And I really did not like the Sarburys.
They're kind of evil. And Karimi's the sweetest person, so it's such a stretch a bit.
I mean, they thrive on death. They're undertakers. They sell coffins. This is their core business. They're very happy when there's like a pandemic. During COVID, those guys would have been very happy because there's so much money. Those guys, they really, for them, as long as people are sick, people are dying of starvation, they're very, very happy. As long as the money is coming in, death prevails, it is fine. So for me, getting into this Mrs. Sarbury, see, all along, especially in theatre, I've always played this really happy person, like the fairy godmother in Jack and the Beanstalk. Then here I am, I'm playing a villain. And it is so much fun. It is challenging but fun.
Okay. So how did you guys go about picking who is going to be part of the cast of the musical?
I have some good friends who have guided me a bit in the artistic community since I got to Kenya back in 2013. So my first 2 phone calls were to John Sibi Okumu and Ian Mbugwa, who are, theater legends here. And John is going to come in and do Fagin for us, who is this iconic role. When Oliver escapes the workhouse and the funeral home, he joins a gang, and it's led by this amazing character, Fagin, and that's who John Sibi's playing. And then I also called Ian Mbugwa, who because of all of his work right now, can't be in the show, but he's come on as a coach, and he's also helped connect me to other actors. So I said, I really want some talent to help us take this to the level, because our ballets are pretty known for being at a high standard, and I want to make sure this, even though it's our first musical, it's still at that same level. And he said, well, you've got to talk to Karimi, you've got to talk to, we've got Njagi, we've got some Chris Kamau is coming on as Mr. Bumble. Some incredible people who have been in the industry for a long time to give us the support, and it was just through word of mouth.
All right, that's good to know. How was the rehearsal period like, maybe for you as part of the cast?
It's been intense, as is expected with any production. It's been an intense time. And taking into consideration, we've not really had a really long time to rehearse. And we've got different age groups. So we've got the little children, and we've got people like me, the older people.
And the evil teenagers between.
Yes, and the teenagers in between. So it's been quite
ages, basically.
So it's been quite interesting where you look at these little children, like you could be their mummy or grandmother, or grandparent for some people. And then you've got the teenagers, and there you are. But it's been really interesting from that aspect where you bond with everybody, and then you realize that this is not screen, this is theater. There's no take 1, there's no take 2.
Actually, that was supposed to be my question. How different is theater from production, maybe from someone who's done both? Just if you could go into a little bit of details on that, just how different is it?
Okay, there are people who say it's not much different. But for me, I'll say that, see, there are no takes.
Yeah.
With theater, you either have your lines
or you
don't. Yeah? And if you don't, you better be very quick on your feet to improvise. Yeah? Another thing is the style of theater is larger than screen, which is a bit, it's contained. Yeah? And one thing I love about the theater is that the audience is there. Yeah. And you can feel their energy.
Their reaction.
So, yes. So, if you're this fun, loving person, and the audience gives you back that love and everything, you feel it immediately. And if you're a villain, and there's a hatred, and that cold, the cold that comes in from the audience.
Which is what you're going to be getting.
Oh, I better. No, it's, oh my goodness. There's just something about the stage that screen does not give.
Okay.
It's exhilarating. It's an adrenaline rush. Yes.
All right. What does it take to have a successful musical out?
Well, the first thing you need is a good cast, and we've got that. We've put all new sets, all new costumes together. That's quite significant because the cast is about 80 people, so there's a lot there. After that, you need the technicians, even just the mics. You'll understand from TV, every microphone for every actor needs somebody turning it on, turning it off, and when it's not right, nothing's worse than being in the theater when you hear the screeching or the, so those guys, then the lighting designers have to come in and make sure that you can see everything. And that's before we even get to our Safaricom Youth Orchestra, who is creating live music for this play, which is really special. It's Levi Wataka is our musical director, and he's conducting. He's the head of the Safaricom Youth Orchestra with Dr. Duncan and Mishi. This organization is just incredible, and it's really similar to ours with Dance Center Kenya, having young children and teenagers from all different backgrounds throughout Kenya, and it's the same with the Safaricom Youth Orchestra. So we've got kids playing the music and doing the acting, and that and coming from all over the city. It's really special to bring all those elements together. And then we need a great audience, and that's also coming together quite well. So hopefully all the elements are there for a great show.
Yeah, you just mentioned the Safaricom Youth Orchestra who are going to be there. They're absolutely phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen them perform, then you just need to see them perform because they are impeccable. They're really good at what they do. And I also read somewhere that you're an executive director for this Artists for
Africa. Yeah, Artists for Africa.
Which I think you kind of do the same thing. It's not exactly what the youth orchestra does, but they pick children from, not very privileged families, and they bring them into music. So if you could tell us a bit about the organization.
So Artists for Africa is actually an American organization that works with us here in Kenya, my sister's the president. I'm the executive director of that organization, and we find talented dancers from more humble backgrounds and help them get to Dance Center Kenya, go to better schools, and have a chance to find a little bit of happiness in through the arts. And so a lot of our performers are some of those kids, and doing now, and some of them have been with us for 8-9 years. So 2 of them are graduating, Shamik and George. They're in the adult chorus, and now they're headed to the University of East Carolina University in the States. So after going through Dance Center Kenya and being part of all of these amazing shows and everything else, they're headed to the States to go to uni. This will be their last show with Dance Center Kenya. So after 8 years, and many people have seen them do roles like the Prince and Cinderella or Oberon in Midsummer Night's Dream, and so. But I'm glad they're getting to do a play, and I'm glad they're getting to work with you professionals, because it is a different experience for them before they go.
As she mentioned, you are among the professionals who are in this particular play. So what does it take to be a great actress?
Oh wow. One, it takes there's a talent, but there are other things. One is discipline. better be disciplined in time, keeping time, getting your lines, how you relate with other people. Another thing is read a lot. Yeah, it will help you with your language skills, and also when you read, it sharpens your imagination. Yeah, observe people, talk to people, sit, and listen to people and their experiences. That also helps you hone your craft. And another thing I'll say is do something different. Yeah. I started out on the stage, I'm on the screen, here I am on stage again, and don't get me wrong, I love being on screen as well, but there's also something else when you come back on stage, it sharpens your focus again, and it helps you hone your skills. The other thing is attend master classes on acting, do different challenging roles, go for auditions, or even get little audition pieces that you can record yourself doing, and probably have a director talk to a director and say, where did I go wrong and all that. But you need to keep at it.
I get it. What would you love people to take home after they come and watch this particular musical?
Well, I think kind of like Karimi's describing, I hope people are inspired also to get involved with dance and theater and come in and join us if they want to be part of the school. I hope that sometimes these more well-known plays like Oliver get people to come to the theater that don't normally come to the theater. So I hope if they enjoy this show, they'll come back and see whatever we've got coming up next. I think it's just hopefully bringing the arts to the forefront of it for this weekend, and then gets people more in the mood to be a part, or at least to come and be in the audience.
How was it directing Oliver?
This has been terrifying for me. I think it's really funny, Karimi, what you're saying about stretching and going further. I'm so comfortable with ballet. I've done, I went to dance, I dance trained for 18 years, and then I danced professionally for 10 years, and then I've run this school and done these productions for the last 8. But theater is completely different, and it has been very scary, but also incredibly rewarding to stretch, to do something different, to go further. And now I'm even more inspired to get back to the studio for the ballet side, because working on the sets, working on the costumes, like, oh, we can take this went well, this didn't. Now it's always doing something new. If every day you go for a run, try a swim, And so but it was scary. And I was really, even, I can't coach on singing because I can't sing. So bringing in May Umbara, who is our vocal coach, and also leaning on Caroline Slott, the other assistant director who has a musical theater background. Collaborating has been really different and really exciting. Taking some of the pressure off because I've got my friend directors with me, but also, just exciting to do something new. And even for our kids, it's been really fun to watch them speak, because dancers, we just move. We don't normally have lines, so it's been fun for all of us to stretch and go further.
All right, so I'm curious to know, can someone who cannot sing be part of a musical? If you're a good actress or actor, I'm asking for someone is me.
I can't sing either at all. No, I totally understand. There are roles in Oliver that are just acting roles.
Okay, so you can be part of a musical even if you cannot sing.
One of my boys, Eugene Chiang, he's an amazing ballet dancer. He's doing Noah, so he's acting next to Karimi in her scenes, and he can't really sing. I love him so much. He's my son, so I can say this.
You say it with a whisper.
But he's not really a singer. But he's an incredible ballet dancer. He's actually going to represent Kenya in Italy on July 1st at a ballet competition. So he's a beautiful dancer. He's doing well with his acting and his speaking. But it's a gift to the stage that he's not really singing. It was. But so we're not all. We don't all need to be good at everything. We need to share our gifts that we have, and you can still be in a musical even if singing isn't your gift to give to the stage.
All right, now that you've been doing this for years on end, from 1998, how how do you prepare, or how do you get into a role? I know that for some people they kind of isolate and just have some time by themselves getting to, you know, interpret this role that they have. So what is your style?
Okay, for theater, well, one, I go into absolute silence before we get on the stage, and then I listen to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Man in the mirror very loudly, or I either listen to Michael Jackson or I listen to Michael Jackson and then I listen to Lionel Richie on the night shift. And for some reason that helps me get into character. And then also avoid, I just like withdraw, I go into a shell to figure out what is this person going through, what are they saying, why are they saying this, just coming back, and that's how I'm able to reach the character. Yeah.
Okay. So the musical, if you can just let people know where exactly it's going to be happening and when, and maybe how to get the tickets.
Sure, absolutely. The musical will be happening tomorrow night. We open at the Kenya National Theatre. We have shows on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. The easiest way to probably get tickets is to visit dancecenter.co.ke. There we have all of our phone numbers and all of our email addresses and everything. So again, that's dancecenter.co.ke, and you can find all the information there on how to get in touch and get some tickets.
All right, maybe any last words as we wind up?
Well, it's great to see theatre coming back, because there's a time there was a lull in theatre, but theatre is finally coming back. And musical theatre, now, come on, we're back. So please come out. It's going to be a new experience for you and your family. It's a child-friendly show, so please come out and watch Oliver. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you for having us, Vivian. It was awesome.
All right, now you guys know when Oliver the musical will be happening, and that is from tomorrow to Sunday. So you already also know where to get your ticket. So be sure to just get your ticket and go watch this amazing show. Trust me, it's gonna be a good one. I purpose to attend one of the shows, so I hope to see you guys there. That is it with this particular interview, but don't you go too far. We'll be back with more. Stephanie Ayeta is going to be up next with, we're going to find out who, okay, I'm mincing my words. We're going to be finding out who Stephanie has for us.